Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back! Did you miss me? Did you miss Advanced Wars, Manx? Well, I'm back. Sorry for the weeks of silence, I need a little bit of a break, but I'm back now! And what better way to break the silence than to cast a Starflash game? Not only is it a Starflash game, but this is a map that I've been wanting to cast a game on ever since I saw it. I saw the screenshot of this map being posted in the Advanced Wars Grandmaster Discord a few weeks back, and everyone was like collectively pooping their pants over it. Like, what the hell is going on here? This map is called Monty Hear Me Out, and it is a mixed base map that is absolutely wild. It has contested comm towers in the middle, covered by 1 HP black boats, 2 HQs on each side, and it may look like green starts with 4 bases, but that's just because the first turn advantage relies on player 2 to simply cap these properties. So yeah, there's airports, mountains, roads, weird rivers. The black boats can be used as transports, but if you send them away from the comm tower, then you leave the comm tower exposed. It's wild. It's wild. I love this map. Advanced Wars by web admins, please never remove this map from the pool. I don't care how much people complain about it. These are the kind of maps we need to keep the game exciting and fresh. No one wants to see the 40th game on Hope Forlorn. I'm sorry, just no. This is what we need. Also, one of the reasons I'm excited about this matchup is because we're going to see 2 COs that we don't normally see go up against each other. Andy versus Eagle. The tiers on this map are very whack. Like, Adder's a tier 3 in Standard, for example. This is because it's a mixed base map. So either Andy is rated higher or Eagle is rated lower. I'm not sure which it is. I'm not sure if this is a tier 3 or a tier 2 matchup. But Andy versus Eagle is not something we get to see a lot because they're in separate tiers. But this is a cool match because it's basically the original Rivals Grudge match. Now, I'm surprised though, Starflash is actually playing Andy in this matchup. He usually prefers Eagle. So, but here's the fun thing about Andy. Actually, I think Andy suits Starflash's playstyle really well because what does Starflash love to do? He loves to be reckless. What does Andy do? Well, he can repair his damaged units. So, you know, like, I actually think a repair-based CO suits Starflash's playstyle very well. Eagle may be, like, one of his most iconic COs, but Eagle is actually a stall CO, believe it or not. He's not some CO that wants to, like, get in there and get aggressive. He wants to build up a large army and do nothing until a superpower strikes. Just interesting. I always thought that was weird, you know? Eagle's supposed to be the wild CO, but it's actually one of the stalliest ones in the game. But yeah, it's an interesting matchup. I don't really know who has the advantage in terms of mixed base. I always thought mixed base made Eagle worse because, again, there's engagements going on all over the map here. And Eagle, generally, he likes one big front that he can just mass his units behind. So, and Andy, of course, gets movement. So I would like to think that Andy has the edge here. He probably is tier 2. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I say we get started. I'm excited. Might be a little rusty in the casting department, so if I say some weird shit in this video, then you know why. So, yeah, going over the rules of this matchup. It's a standard match, so 1,000 income. There is a capture limit of 26, but this is a global league match, so there's no day limit. Players actually start out with a comm tower, I've noticed. Yeah, they do, under these black boats right here, but there are 2 more comm towers to be had. I would say this generally goes against Andy. Andy prefers maps without comm towers because it's easier for him to repair his units. I don't really know how Eagle likes comm towers or not. I would like to think that he doesn't like comm towers because he wants stall games and not aggressive matchups, but we'll see. Anyway, Starflash immediately opting to just go away from his comm tower right here. He's just going to be like, nah, I'm going to use this black boat to transport my infantry. Which I think is probably the correct decision. I mean, it's just a 1 HP black boat. A tank will kill it anyway, so there's no need to keep it there. Yeah, Starflash moves out with his infantry right here. This is wild, man. Like, these 2 contested bases right here is probably why the map is so controversial. I'm assuming that this base probably belongs to green and this base belongs to purple. However, there is opportunities to have the base. I mean, they're definitely contested bases, which I think is why this map is so controversial. Contested bases is not something we see a lot, but it's very interesting. It looks like for Tiger, I haven't ever talked about Starflash's opponent at all. I'm just going to call him Tiger. I don't know anything about him. Never casted one of his matches. He's like a 1200, 1300 MMR rated player. Definitely uphill battle here against Starflash. But yeah, let's see how he deals with the legend, shall we? But yeah, Starflash is immediately going for this base right here. Tiger also built a recon, so that means that he's going to be getting this base no matter. They might just agree to like a gentleman's agreement where they just cap each other's bases and be. Oh! Starflash! Day 6 Neotank. Okay. Day 6 Neotank in Standard, ladies and gentlemen. That is, wow. Yeah, this is a Starflash game, alright. Cheers to that. Ooh. Day 6 Neotank. Okay. Opponent, you know, goes the 2 Recon opener. Starflash, the Day 6 Neotank. Okay. And, yeah, looks like he's not just gonna let Starflash get that. Why the Neotank, though? Like, why Starflash? What's the point? To ward away Recons? I mean, I guess he really wants that base, doesn't he? It's like he's inviting Tiger to move the Recon onto the base. I mean, I guess one of the good things about the Neotank, and I think this might be why Starflash opted to build it. If we take a look at the damage calculations here, I think, yeah, a Neotank actually kills. So this is very smart by Starflash right here. So what he's doing here, he doesn't. If he built the tank, then the tank wouldn't be able to ward off the Recon. So now he's inviting his opponent to attack here, right? And if he does, the infantry will shoot back a little bit with luck damage, probably damaging the Recon to the point where Starflash can one-shot it with the Neotank. So that's actually why he built it. I didn't understand that, but now I get it. He doesn't just want to lose 3 days of production on the base. But of course, opening up a Neotank like that is very risky because you're putting all your eggs in one basket. Starflash has no defense against this Recon right here. So he does have a tank, but he's still gonna let his infantry be struck a bunch of times. So this is exactly what happened, actually. Yeah, Starflash, Tiger takes the engagement, the infantry shoots back, and now it's gonna be a luck roll whether or not Starflash gets this base or not. It's gonna be interesting to see, actually. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. This Recon just now has free reign to just harass Starflash with impunity. What I find interesting, though, is that Tiger is not going for the contested base. It's like he's just resigned himself to the fact that Starflash can interrupt it if he wants to. He would rather try to get other properties. Interesting. Oh! What is going on? Day 7 Mega Tank? What is this game? You see, this is why we love weird and unorthodox maps. This is why we love weird and unorthodox maps, because it does stuff like this. I mean, I guess Tiger's rationale is, okay, my opponent has a Neotank, there's no way I'm beating that. What beats a Neotank? A Mega Tank. And it doesn't just beat the Neotank a little bit, the Mega Tank obliterates the Neotank. Look at that, it one-shots it. Even on properties, it barely survives. So the Mega Tank is definitely a counter to the Neotank. Of course, the Neotank can just go elsewhere, so. But yeah, exactly. Starflash, with the chip damage from the infantry, he's able to get rid of the Recon. But of course, he still has the issue that the infantry is damaged. He's not going to get this base right away. This is wild, man. But, I mean, Tiger needs to be careful now because Starflash is now threatening both of the bases. And you don't want to let your opponent get contested bases. That is not a good idea. So Tiger needs to get some vehicle out here immediately. And now he's finally bringing his black boat down. Now Starflash is conquering. There's some contested cities here that you want to get immediately to deny your opponent income. But I mean, yeah, Starflash is gonna get this city if Tiger is not careful here. It's actually very scary. And yeah, now Starflash is just gonna go on top of the base, take out a free infantry. And this is looking kind of... Oh, it's a second Neotank. Okay. But still, though, that's a Mega Tank. That's scary. That's very, very scary. But at least Tiger's going to get the interrupt here, and he has the tank in range now, so he's going to interrupt both of these, but he's still not looking great in this position, and he needs to be careful with this Black Boat, because Starflash can actually just kill this Black Boat right now. He probably doesn't want to do it at the price of a tank, but still something you've got to keep in mind. The 1 HP Black Boat dies fast. It can block infantry, but that's pretty much the only thing it can do. So, wow, Starflash is... he's just showing the middle finger right here. And this is very smart, because he's basically forcing his opponent to choose right now. Do you want to use your tank to interrupt this? Or do you want to strike my tank? And of course, the answer is, he needs to interrupt this. He cannot let his opponent get a base. That is just not going to happen. And now Starflash is also capping the comm tower. He's applying pressure. What? He's gonna... oh my god. Oh, no, okay, he's walling it. Okay, I was like, oh my god, he's not placing his Neo Tank in range of the Mega Tank. That is not happening. Oh. Okay. Oh. And now Tiger is threatening the base. I mean, if he gets this base, he can always let Starflash cap this one, I guess. But it's better if he tries to deny it. But now, Tiger is actually pressuring the comm tower. Starflash will be able to interrupt this, of course, but again, you don't want to be a comm tower down in this mixed base matchup. Man, what a wild... This is probably my favorite new map in the map pool. Love this map. Next tournament I do, this map is being played. I don't care. This is a great map. We need more contested bases. So yeah, Tiger has to interrupt the base at 18-13. He has no choice. He must do it. And it's actually looking a little dubious for Starflash right now. Like, this Mega Tank is just kind of warding away. And yeah, and Starflash not going to get this base either. So yeah, Starflash goes for the interrupt. He gets the interrupt. He denies his own comm tower to get the base, which is good. And whoa! Oh! He goes for the luck rolls! He goes for the luck rolls! What? Oh my god! 34-42. He gets the max roll twice. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. His hyper upgrade is almost ready, so he can get these up. That is such a brilliant move by Starflash. Another thing about this Mega Tank, well, it's not going to be relevant now, but its ammo drains very fast. It only has 1 shot left. Oh, beautiful move. And he pops hyper repair. That is such a cool move, ensuring that he doesn't lose. Because without the hyper repair, I think there's a decent chance that this Mega Tank could finish off his... Yeah, look at that, 24-26, and then combine it with the tank if need be. If you can find a way to hit it that. But that's still a luck roll. And by popping hyper repair, Starflash ensures that these Neo Tanks are kept alive. And he saves a little bit of power for the eventual next hyper upgrade. And also repairs a bunch... Oh my god, what a beautiful play by Starflash right here. That is fantastic, dude. Absolutely fantastic by Starflash. Oh, the Mega Tank is out of ammo. Neither player seems to be getting these bases right here. But Tiger is threatening the comm tower now, and if Starflash doesn't... No, there's no... He can't get it down. He can't get it down. 7 HP. So he's going to be down a comm tower, which is not good. But Starflash did capture the comm tower down in the corner, so it's actually going to be fine. Starflash comes, brings down the tank, join caps. And yeah, Tiger's not going to get the base at 202. He's not going to get it. The Black Boat's still putting in a lot of work right here. Battlecopter's coming in for Starflash now. Andy is a very strong air commander. Now, of course, Lightning Strike is about ready, but Tiger's lost a lot of his important vehicles. And this is why Eagle just isn't as strong in mixed space, because Eagle is forced into prolonged battles right away, which means that if Andy keeps trading vehicles 1-for-1, Eagle's just not going to have a big army to Lightning Strike with, right? And this is why Eagle just isn't that great. I think this might be this is either a tier 3 or tier 2 match, I'm not sure, but I can definitely see why Eagle is not as impressive in standard battles. He's just not. What the? Huh? Is he gonna lightning strike? I think he is. Yeah, I think he's gonna lightning strike. That's a desperation lightning strike. So he builds another battlecopter. He wants to maximize his air units. And then comes the lightning strike. Let's see what he can do. What can he do about this Neotank, though? He can kill this one, but this is still a healthy Neotank. And Starflash has battlecopters of his own on the way, but I mean, it's an okay lightning strike, but lightning strike definitely needs to be like a game-ending power. It's not really a power you can use it when you're behind, but generally Eagle wants to win with the first lightning strike. If he doesn't win with the first lightning strike, things tend to look kind of bad for him. But let's see what happens here now. Starflash is behind in unit count, quite considerably actually, which is bad in mixed base. And Tiger has a comm tower over Starflash, so it's definitely not Jover, but Starflash has his hyper upgrade incoming, so that allows him to kind of play around Tiger. He can kind of just dictate the flow of the match right now, because Tiger just has to defend now. He cannot really go on the offense, otherwise Starflash will just pop his hyper upgrade for like massive value. And this Neotank is just completely bullying him off the map right now. The Starflash even has an anti-air to deal with it, and because Lightning Strike is so far off, like, he can just dance around him. So Starflash definitely in control of this game right now. And he's equalizing the unit count. It's still not in his favor, but he's bringing it down. Tiger has a lot of injured units too that kind of artificially boost his unit count a little bit. But we're on day 14 and neither player has come close to capturing these bases yet. But it looks like Tiger's finally going to get his base now at 1813. And let's see if Starflash gets his base at 202, because that's the thing that can really swing this matchup, is if one player gets the base and the other doesn't. Another thing to consider is that Starflash is also applying pressure to both comm towers now. So if Tiger doesn't do anything, he might be forced to sack a battlecopter to keep the comm tower, and I don't think he wants to do that. Let's see, like, will he do that? No, he doesn't want to risk his battlecopters. It's too. If he did, he would probably keep both comm towers for a while. But a single battlecopter is worth so much for Eagle now. So yeah, Starflash is now one comm tower ahead, and he's even bullying his opponent a little bit right now, because and this is something Andy can do, right? Place a battlecopter in range of the enemy battlecopter, because if you strike back, he can still repair that battlecopter up 5 HP. So, and that's kind of cute. I didn't notice this at first, but Andy's powers will also eventually repair his black bullets up. It's a small thing, but it's a fun little thing. Of course, they're running out of fuel at this point, so probably not going to last all too much longer. But here, looks like Starflash actually is going to lose his Neotank here. A little bit reckless, I'd say, of Starflash, getting his Neotank surrounded here. Actually, very reckless of Starflash, but I think he's feeling confident now with his power-up. Is he going to use it, I wonder? Let's see, it is ready. He goes in with the battlecopter, comes in with the tank. He could, like, pop hyper repair. Maybe he can pop, like, hyper repair or hyper repair at the end of the match. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. So this is something that just makes Andy very terrifying. He doesn't have to pop his powers at the start of his turn. He can pop it after prolonged engagements, and then he gets the movement boost to finish off the battlecopter. Yeah, I think this is probably GG. And the Neotank just won't die, man. This Neotank has repaired so much over the course of the game. But of course, it will probably go down. Yeah, he doesn't want to let Starflash get the base. Okay, you know, interesting. Tiger has his base now, but it's surrounded by tanks. I don't really know, but there's a second lightning strike coming, so let's see what happens here. He's trying desperately to equalize the tank count a little bit here. And he builds a medium tank, that's smart, even though Starflash has 3 battlecopters in range, so I don't know how long it's really going to last. He just want to try and hold out until the lightning strike. That's all he cares about right now. But Starflash has such a huge unit count lead over here. I don't think this medium tank will do anything but stall the inevitable. But we do have a lightning strike. Let's see how Tiger plays here. but Starflash now has 4 comp towers. He has 40% extra firepower. That is so bad. Yeah, this lightning strike has to be the best lightning strike that ever lightning struck here. Anti-air is a good choice. If only he had the funds to build more units out of this base. But it's a strong lightning strike for sure. And Starflash not gonna get this base now actually, so... But with 4 comm towers, oh my god. Oh, he's destroying a lot of units actually. Day 18, okay. Okay. Starflash getting pushed back. What an insane matchup. My goodness. And he pops his hyper upgrade again. Black Boat up to full health now. Black Boat up to full health now. Oh, and he gets the extra movement to kill the Battlecopter. This is wild, dude. Oh my god, this is a Starflash match true and true. But with 4 comm towers, he has 60% extra firepower now. While hyper upgrade is active. That is absolutely crazy. But Tiger now threatening this base. I don't think he's gonna get it though. But he's actually kind of pushing Starflash back a little bit here. Just a tiny little bit. Starflash still has 3 healthy tanks, but I mean, this base is just gonna keep pumping out units. Problem is, he has so few healthy infantry to actually cap here. Let's see what Starflash does now. His firepower is so damn high right now. Every engagement that he takes is just so much value. And he's also fighting against an opponent on 0 comm towers, which is what Andy really likes to do. So the longer this match goes, now the fatigue is really kicking in on the Lightning Strike. It's so expensive right now, 113,000 funds to charge it up. The next Lightning Strike is going to be like 3 or 4 days away at this point. So, but man, both players still just slugging it out right here. Tiger, 1 base up over Starflash. But Starflash just enjoying the insane firepower advantage. Here, the unit count, here, Tiger's going to start struggling because he doesn't have an anti-air to deal with the Battlecopter. He needs to get an anti-air out, but with Starflash having a tank lead, it's going to be hard for him to get the anti-air out to deal with the Battlecopter. And if he builds an anti-air, Starflash can just kill that with his tanks. My goodness, Starflash is hitting so hard right now. He needs an infantry. I need an infantry to get this base right now. Day 20. Medium tank out of Tiger on the 202 base. And now both players seem to be building some infantry. They realize that they need to actually cap something. Tiger threatening the comm tower. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's see what Starflash decides to do. This, yeah, it brings his tank back, interrupts. Now, oh, Tiger's not going to be able to interrupt this. And Starflash is threatening the HQ now. Keep in mind, when there are 2 HQs on the base, I think I forgot to say this at the start of the game, but if there are 2 HQs at the start of the game, then you only need to cap 1 of them. But yeah, look at this. Another Battlecopter coming down. It's going to be very hard for Tiger to deal with this right now. And yeah, the unit count lead for Starflash is really starting to punish now. When you have a unit count lead over your opponent, Battlecopters are so effective because your opponent essentially can only build anti-air, and they just don't have the tanks to defend them. Yeah, Tiger has put up a hell of a fight against the Legend right here, but I think this is pretty over now. But as I say that, another Lightning Strike is coming, and we've all seen how powerful those are, but now Starflash is going to start bullying down these tanks right here. And with the firepower advantage, he's even attacking with the tanks right now. And I don't think there's any point in Tiger building anything but an infantry from this base anymore. Like, if he builds another medium tank, it's just going to get killed. And Starflash locking down both bases, even killing the anti-air with the Battlecopter. That's the stuff that you can do when you have 4 comm towers. Day 22. Tiger has nothing left. He has an infantry and a single medium tank. And he keeps building medium tanks, but I mean, what are medium tanks going to do against this? They just forestall the inevitable at this point. So I think he knows it's probably over. And now Starflash is going to apply pressure to the comm tower. He pops hyper upgrade to repair up his infantry. Kills the black boat. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the checkmate. There's nothing Tiger can do here. Even with Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike doesn't affect infantry, so it is Jover, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to give Starflash the cap? No, he resigns. He resigns. What a match! What a absolute crazy match, dude. That was a treat to watch. This is like the most Star Flash game I've ever seen. This is the most Star Flash game I've ever seen. Great performance though by Tiger. Going up against Star Flash is not an easy feat. And I think he made him sweat a little bit too at certain parts during the match, so. But man, what a great map. What a fun, like, who made this map? I need to see, who made this map? Who made this map? Soul Rant, of course it's Soul Rant. I love this guy. He is such a good map maker. Yeah, this makes me happy. I'm definitely featuring this map in an upcoming tournament. I know contested bases is not something that's usual in mixed base maps or in even global league maps, but I'm telling you, man, innovation in map design is what leads to great matches and fun games. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry for the long amount you have to go without a match, but hopefully there'll be more of that soon. My name is Mangs, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!